There are training facilities across the country. And then there is the Sig Sauer Academy.
And V, car, hood. Perfect.
Sig Sauer Academy is one of the premier firearms training facilities in North America for sure, if not in the world. Let's say you're a brand new shooter, or heck, a long-time shooter for that matter, and you want to better improve your personal defense, your home defense, your family defense, you can get that done here. Let's say you're military, law enforcement, you want to up your game, stay on top of your skill set, there are courses here to hone those as well too. Or let's say you're a long-time shooter and you want to expand your horizons. You're looking at 3-gun competition, there are courses here to get that done as well. The beauty of all this is that no matter what part of your firearms games you want to improve, there are courses here catered specifically for you to help you improve both physically behind the gun and mentally as well, right here at Sig's Academy.
You are going into the unknown. What's on the other side may know you're coming.
We train anyone from Joe and Jane Public, someone who's never touched a gun before in their life, to on the other extreme end of the perspective, we're teaching and training with the elite special forces units from all around the world. We tend to attack things from a different mindset here. We don't tend to teach the way of doing things. It's not our way or the highway. It's more of a, we'll teach you several different ways of getting one task done, because there's many different highways to get to the same destination. So depending on, body structure, attitude, the way people see things, different techniques might suit different people.
All right, Cab, what's the game? Is this graffiti on this vehicle, or does it actually mean something?
You can call it graffiti. It's pretty artful.
I like it.
So essentially, this is a little course we call low T.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is call it a stress course, I guess you could. However, just take it nice and slow, and your goal is to get good, solid, accurate rounds on target. So what we're going to do is call out nice and loud to you these different targets, F, Z, 7. Your goal is to find, locate, and identify F, Z, and 7, zap each target one time.
Got it.
Then from there, once you successfully shoot those targets, you can move on to the next stage.
Move on to the next stage.
Exactly right.
And the next one, and on out.
You can see we have them all different, portions of the vehicle, so you can shoot from the top of the hood, through the windows, the back quarter panel, etc.
And you're going to be yelling at me the entire time, aren't you?
Yes,
great.
At you.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you.
Easy enough.
All right, let's see what I can do. So this has never happened before, but what if I miss?
Oh, have you ever heard of hazing?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty bad too.
Hazing at Sig Academy cannot be good. So can I keep shooting until I hear the steel ring?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Just make sure it does ring.
Got it.
Easy enough.
Better than hazing.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Let's have some fun. Here we go. Ready?
Yes, sir.
FZ7. FZ7. Good, move, go. 1, 2, A, hit. Miss, 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 hit. Good move. 5, A, F. Miss, hit, hit, hit. Next stage. G, F, 14. G, F, 14. There's no 14.
I can't count to 14.
14, it's out there, look! It's all good, I'm just messing with you.
That was a good bit of fun, and it's harder than it looks.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what's even better? Suppressed.
Prove it.
Hey, we're in New Hampshire, man, we can do that. Screw these things, let's go. So now you've got your 6 3/4 inch barrel with a can, 3 in a blackout.
So easy, even a monkey can do it with one tool, first time, less than 2 minutes.
No doubt, and I won't mess with you this time, there's no 14.
Hope you're right.
So we got a new setup now.
Yes, sir.
So let's say new stages.
I can do that.
Hell yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna start off right over here in this little stage.
Okay.
So all we're gonna start off with the 6H smiley face. We're then gonna proceed on to the 271. I'll call it out for you as we're going along.
Perfect.
So ready to hit it? 6H smiley! Hey! 271, 271. Hit, 7. Miss. Hit, screw that one, let's move on further. R, 8, D, R, bell ringer, bell ringer.
I didn't pull the trigger, does that count?
Ding, 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 ding. Hit. Hit. Nice, all hit, man, safety. Good to go, man, that's pretty sick, right?
Oh, felt good about that one. A little trouble with the second stage, but
No, it's pretty cool.
I'll take it, man.
And what's awesome about that is you can hear your response from the steel, you know?
That's
without having to
awesome.
worry about all the echoing or stuff in your ears. not
Nothing
hear
in my
that.
ear.
You got that instant gratification Americans like, man. I want my freaking sandwich and I want it now.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
You can feel it,
Yeah.
and the only thing you hear is downrange.
Oh, no doubt,
It's
yeah.
outstanding. This gun is phenomenal.
Cool.
If I could fit it in my back pocket, you'd be down a firearm
Hey,
because
they're
I'd be
available,
walking out
so,
with it, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Anytime.
It's been awesome.
Cool, let's do some more. What do you say?
Thank you. Absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Up next,
If you come to the line and you get a click instead of a boom when you expected a boom, you do a tap and rack and nothing comes out of your chamber, whose fault is that? Yours. For not properly seating your magazine. I recall Luke having that same issue, so we're gonna have Luke basically wipe his slate clean by ringing the gong. Go ahead and grab that hammer.
you're watching Modern Shooter. Modern Shooter is brought to you by Aguila Ammunition. Feed your firearm. By H&H Precision Rifles. Engineering precision rifles and components for the world's most demanding shooters. Sig Sauer Electro-Optics. See the difference. By Killer Innovations. Redefining the future of precision. By Securit. Intelligent firearm storage. And by Turnbull Restoration. Specializing in the accurate restoration of historical metal finishes on period firearms. Be sure to check out Gun Digest online and on Facebook. Tucked into 140 acres in eastern New Hampshire, the Sig Sauer Academy is not your normal shooting facility because there are very few places like this across the country. The Sig Academy offers the very best in self-defense, firearms, and tactical training. And even though it is not a public shooting range, more than half of the classes offered are open to responsible citizens. Started in 1993 with just a couple of options, the Academy now features almost 30 different ranges for shooters to learn and improve.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of areas in this whole country, to be honest, where you can do the things that we can do. A lot of the closed ranges out there, they really limit what you can do for your training. Some don't allow you to draw from the holster. Some don't allow you to rapid fire. It all depends. For us, as long as you're being safe and you're abiding by the main firearm safety rules, we allow you to do what is necessary to train practically. So again, we have those different facilities to allow that. The 1,000-yard range, where not many ranges out there, not only in New England, but also out there in the country. There's a few, but not many. So we have that capability here. How many places out there can you actually run and gun? Running between windows and doorways and shooting effectively and safely. How often can you go between cars and shooting through car windows? Our class, Bullets on Vehicles, what a great class. Talk about a day-long science experiment.
I think it's pretty easy for a lot of shooters to fall into the mindset that all black guns, all ARs are the same, but that's certainly not the case. And I'm not just talking about a black gun that isn't black. Kev, we've got something pretty special here, right?
Yeah, we've got the MCX Virtus. So essentially, you know, for those folks out there who are used to the AR-15 platform, those red-blooded meat-eating Americans.
That's right.
If you're one of us, you've shot an AR before. So we wanted to keep the same feel. So the mechanics, the manipulations, the buttons, knobs, and levers are all the same. However, the inner workings and just the modularity, everything like that is completely different with the MCX Virtus.
So you're saying, in a sense, that this is an AR hybrid or an AR on steroids. Am I correct in hearing that?
100%, yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay, so break it down a little bit for me.
So the breakdown goes like this. So Depending on your mission, whatever it is you want to get done, whether it's hunters out there or home defense or law enforcement, military folks, it all depends on what you need to do, but you can configure this to exact specs that you need for your mission, which is really neat. And what's really cool about that is it's very easy to do on the fly without any major tools necessary. So,
and it's important to note here, I think, too, that civilian life mission, like whether that's a mission of defending your home or a mission of hunting, right? Totally universal.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. I mean, you can go from your hunting platform out there with a longer barrel for more muzzle velocity to reach out there for a little bit more distance. However, and then use the same rifle here, same configuration. However, put on this guy right here, short 300 blackout, 6 3/4 inch barrel with a can on there for home defense. And you can, work the gun through your house without hitting walls and worry about snagging on things. So it's a pretty neat universal system here. Yeah, very simple.
This is incredibly cliche, and I'm sure it's been said before, but essentially it's Legos for gun guys,
I play
right?
with constructs, but yeah.
Perfect, either way. So I can take any one of these barrels, any one of these fore ends, any one of those stocks, and they're all gonna work with this system right here.
Very easy and interchangeable. Yeah, it's to get off the handguard, your typical AR-15s out there, what do you have to do to get off a handguard? You have to use specialized tools, a vise of some sort.
Say a short prayer.
Yeah, exactly right. And that damn delta ring too is a pain, unless you got those incredible man hands. With this, all I do is simply pull out this pivot pin, and my handguard comes off just that easily.
And it's done.
Yeah, toolless. So pretty neat. And what's neat about, again, the pin, like your typical ARs, is that pin's retained, so you're not going to lose it out in the field.
I'm not going to fat finger it and drop it in the muck. I like it. I like it.
Right. Change out the barrel. All we do is we convert this right over, and we see these two screws, T27 screws. So all I'm going to do is take my screwdriver. All I do is loosen these up to completely loosen position. And again, just like the pivot pin, these two screws are retained as well, along with the clamping system.
So I can't lose them.
No doubt. Yeah.
That's
pretty
jackpot,
nice.
man.
And no matter where you are on the field or in your, in your man cave, whatever it is, you're not going to lose these parts. They've got a big old shag carpet in your man cave. You're not going to have to worry about losing these parts. So all I do is loosen those completely, grab the barrel, pluck it off. How easy was that?
Very simple.
Sick, right? So let's say, again, maybe I want to set this up for home defense, So I'm going 300 blackout, 6 3/4 inch barrel with a can on there, with one of our cans, titanium. All I'm going to do is slip this right in its place, drop it on, make sure it's nice and secure. What's also cool about this too is, if you swap out a barrel on your AR, you got to do headspace checks, things like that.
Yes.
With this, you don't need to do that because all their barrels are already headspace checked about 3 or 4 times before they actually leave the factory. So it's pretty neat. You don't have to worry about that. It's a nice, calm, cool, relieving factor for me anyway. So all I do is make sure that barrel's fully seated in place. Take my screwdriver, tighten these down. And I know you're not an idiot, I'm not an idiot, but we make this idiot proof. So we put numbers on here, 1 and 2. What do you think that means?
That's golden. That means that I start with number 1.
Yep.
When I've got fat, cold fingers or in a high stress situation, I know to go to number 1, go to number 2, and I'm done.
And that's actually by design. So what that number 1 does is that number 1 actually grabs the barrel and pulls it in close and nice and tight into the upper receiver. And then we crank down lug number 2. What that does is kind of hug the barrel for that ultimate accuracy. Yeah, man, I mean, if for whatever reason I can only have one gun for the rest of my life, it's going to be this firearm. It really is. I mean, there's just so much I can do with it. And to be quite honest with you, I own on my own 3 of these rifles. So hopefully that says something to you. This isn't Sig Cav talking, this is Cav talking to you.
Well, that's a pretty bold statement. And with that said, can I shoot it again?
Duh, of course.
All right, thanks, man.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Coming up next.
Consider yourself formally introduced to the brand new Sig MCX Rattler, the shortest rifle on this planet.
You're watching Modern Shooter.
Consider yourself formally introduced to the brand new Sig MCX Rattler, the shortest rifle on this planet. It's been a long time since the firearms industry has seen something as outstanding and as earth-shattering as the Sig MCX Rattler, right? And there's a lot of cool stuff going on in this little firearm. And I wasn't kidding at all when I said this is the smallest firearm on the planet. because I fully meant it. Cav, there's a lot going on in this sweet little gun, and this is brand spanking new.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited.
Don't
about
hold
this.
back.
Yeah.
Tell me about what's going on.
No, I'm not
here.
gonna hold back.
Jacked up.
Yeah, seriously, man. I mean, this is